Hello friends, I am Dr. Amit Gangwal, Associate Professor in SVKM's Institute of Pharmacy Dhule. In this video, in our ongoing series on video tutorials on AI in pharmaceutical sciences, we will talk about applications of AI in manufacturing, prediction of toxicity, pharmaceutical analysis, predictions of various disorders or epidemic outbreak. So, in case of manufacturing, there are 24/7 production in dark factories also. So here significant savings and workplace accidents and expand their production capacities ensured through AI enabled robots and cameras. Then in case of safety, we can use AI, then faster decision making. Because of IoT sensor, that is Internet of Things, manufacturers can collect large volume of data and switch to real-time analytics. This allows manufacturers to reach insights sooner so that they can make operational, real-time, data-driven decisions. So how there is reduction in the cost in manufacturing because of AI. So using AI technologies, one can enhance organizations analytics capability so that they can use their resources more efficiently, make better forecasts, reduce inventory cost. So AI help you to manage your inventory in a smart manner. Thanks to better analytics capabilities, companies can also switch to predictive maintenance, leading to eliminating downtime cost and reducing maintenance cost. This is very important when there is use of 24/7 machines, where machines has to operate throughout day and night. In that case, if something happened to machine, it will lead to huge amount of, huge wastage in terms of time, cost and energy. So here predictive maintenance can be analyzed, can be given in advance by the AI enabled systems. Implementing AI in manufacturing facilities is getting popular among manufacturers. According to Capgemini's research, more than half of European manufacturers are implementing AI solutions in their manufacturing areas, with Japan 30% and US 28% following in second and third. The same study also reveals that most popular AI use cases in manufacturing are improving maintenance, 29% of manufacturing AI use cases, and quality by 27%. So how predictive maintenance is being ensured by AI so that cost can be saved and machines can be used 24/7 without hindering or stopping the operation. So manufacturers leverage AI technology to identify potential downtime and accidents by analyzing the sensor data. So IoT means Internet of Things, means all the machines and data, they are connected to each other, and they send signals continuously through sensors. So this sensor data can be useful for analyzing which machine can have the glitches in coming days, in coming months, or in coming hour. So that is proactive approach using AI to go for predictive maintenance rather to start maintenance when machine goes off. AI systems help manufacturers forecast when or if functional equipment will fail, so its maintenance and repair can be scheduled before the failure occurs. Thanks to AI powered predictive maintenance, manufacturers can improve efficiency while reducing the cost of machine failure. Generative design. Generative design uses machine learning algorithms to mimic an engineer's approach to design. So already we have seen what is algorithm, what is machine learning. Here machine learning algorithm mimic or behave like an engineer while designing approach. Designers or engineers enter parameters of design such as materials, size, weight, strength, manufacturing methods and cost constraint into generative design software, and the software provides all the possible outcomes that can be created with those parameters. So this you can do on system without implementation. With this method, manufacturers quickly generate thousands of design options for one product. Price forecasting of raw material. So in all the company, whether it can be pharma company, textile, herbal, whatever, they have to purchase raw material in bulk. So how to analyze, how to forecast, how to decide the quantity of raw material, Say for example, there can be a festival season or epidemic outbreak. Looking in all those factors, you have to plan in advance so that you can have the huge amount of raw data in an optimum quantity and with reduced cost in a highly bargained manner. So machine learning can give you the algorithm in so and so year you will require so and so amount of the raw material based on the earlier history or based on the upcoming epidemic. Again, all this will be based on data collection and machine learning model training. The extreme price volatility of raw materials has always been a challenge for manufacturers. As I told you, businesses have to adapt to the unstable price of raw material to remain competitive in the market. Until you purchase raw material at highly reduced or competitive cost, yes, of course, without compromising with the quality, then there is no use of being in the market. You have to sell product at highly competitive cost, because day by day there is consumerism in the market and you have to be highly competitive if you want to stay in the market. And because of disruptive innovations, markets, I mean the businesses, are coming with new idea. AI powered software like Quantifive can predict materials prices more accurately than humans, and it learn from its mistake. And even there are software which can guide you how much quantity you should purchase based on the data. What type of data? For example, it will tell you during the last summer season or during the last Diwali or during the last epidemic outbreak, we have sold so and so number of millions of tablets of so and so brand name. So looking at the upcoming epidemic threat, you should purchase so and so quantity in bulk for so and so raw material. Yes, it is possible by AI. Robotics. Industrial robots are also referred to as manufacturing robots. They automate repetitive tasks. This is the most easy to identify task of any AI system. AI is best when you have to replace the humans when there is repetitive task involving only labor or laborious task. And even if there is use of human intelligence, then also we can use the AI. So this type of robots prevent or reduce human error to negligible rate and shift human workers focus to more productive areas of the operation. So AI will never cost your job. It will force you to upgrade yourself. It will force you to up and reskill yourself. It will force or insist or encourage. It is up to you what type of action verb you are using. It may force you, it may insist you, it may request, or it may encourage you to do different type of task where productivity is to be ensured in terms of smart work. So AI will never take your job. I always tell you, it will empower you for new learning, or it will assist you for giving you actionable insight immediately. Right? So one more thing, robots will never go on a strike. Robots will never demand pay hike. They will never complain that we came late in the office because of pollution, because of emergency, because of some traffic jam in the market. It will never demand for canteen break. It will not demand for salary or DA hike. So there is no issues of typical human demands in case of robots. So applications of robots in plants, it differs. For example, applications include assembly, welding, painting, product inspection, picking and placing, die casting, drilling, glass making, and grinding. So one day there can be chances that there are assembly line where samples, the ampoules are being filled or tablets are being packed. So robot will come at intermittent time. You have to fix the timing of robot. It will come, it will take some sample of the tablets. It will automatically give it to some AI enabled camera. Camera will take various pictures in a 3D dimension fashion, and it will give report to QA. So and so tablets given by robot has been tested by AI system, and morphologically there are some cases of tablet defect. So ultimately there is no use of any human in picking the sample and testing the samples. Industrial robots have been in manufacturing plants since the late 1970s. With the addition of artificial intelligence, an industrial robot can monitor its own accuracy and performance and train itself to get better. This is machine learning definition. Machine learn from the earlier experience and more amount of data. Then it will give proper result next time. Some manufacturing robots are equipped with machine vision that help the robot achieve precise mobility in complex and random environment. Cobots, that is collaborative robot, they are another robotics application that uses machine vision to work safely alongside human workers to complete a task that cannot be fully automated. So it is type of hybrid type of work. Robots will be there and humans will be there. QA. QA is the maintenance of a desired level of quality in a service or product. Assembly lines are data driven, interconnected and autonomous network. As I told you, robot will come, will take tablet sample and will go for further processing using AI driven camera, and those captured pictures will be analyzed the way machine learning or deep learning analyzes the medical images. These assembly lines work based on a set of parameters and algorithms that provide guidelines to produce the best possible end products. AI systems can detect the differences from the usual outputs by using machine vision technology, since most defects are visible. Now correlate what I told to time just. Robotic arm will come, it will take the sample and it will give to AI driven camera system. Camera will capture the picture and it will try to find the outlier or the anomaly or the abnormal morphological features based on the routine or normal or average features. So what they are telling, AI system can detect the differences from the usual outputs by using machine vision. Machine vision means camera will be used to capture the photo and machine will analyze the recent photo of the tablet with the earlier photo, and if it finds some differences, it will automatically flag off. It will give some signal to the human that this particular batch is having some defect, so stop the production and go for IPQC and other defective or damage control measure, so that entire batch will not be wasted, and beforehand proactively you will be able to manage the damage. When an end product is lower quality than expected, AI system trigger an alert to users so that they can react to make adjustment. Inventory management. Machine learning solutions can promote inventory planning activities as they are good at dealing with demand forecasting and supply planning. As I told you, based on the last Diwali sale or based on the Christmas sale or based on the epidemic outbreak, AI-powered demand forecasting tools provide more accurate results than traditional demand forecasting methods. ARIMA, exponential smoothing. These tools enable businesses to manage inventory levels better so that cash in stock, out of stock scenario are less likely to occur. Process optimization. AI-powered software can help organizations optimize processes to achieve sustainable production level. Manufacturers can prefer AI-powered process mining tools to identify and eliminate bottlenecks in the organization's processes. For example, timely and accurate delivery to a customer is the ultimate goal in the manufacturing industry. But if the company has several factories in different regions, building a consistent delivery system is difficult. By using a process mining tool, manufacturers can compare the performance of different regions down to individual process step, including duration, cost, and the person performing the step. These insights help streamline processes and identify where the bottlenecks are so that manufacturers can take action. Pharma companies can implement AI in the manufacturing operations for higher productivity, better competence, and faster production of life-saving drugs. Ultimately, that is the goal. In an affordable manner, drugs should reach to the patient before time or on time. AI can be used to manage and improve all aspects of the manufacturing processes like quality control, predictive maintenance, waste reduction, design optimization, process automation. AI can have the potential to substitute or aid the time-consuming conservative manufacturing techniques, thus helping pharma company to launch drugs in the market much quicker and at inexpensive rates as well. Apart from increasing their return on investment considerably by limiting the human intervention in the manufacturing processes, AI would also eliminate any scope for human error. In development and production sections, AI provides many prospects to improve processes. AI can perform quality control, shorten design time, reduce materials waste, improve production reuse, perform predictive maintenance, as I just told you earlier. AI can be used in many ways to make production more effectual with quicker output and less waste. For instance, a method that typically depends on human intervention to input or manage process data can be completed using computer numerical control (CNC). Machine learning algorithm not only confirm tasks or perform very precisely, but also analyze the process to find areas where it can be rationalized. So this is important. Where humans cannot reach from intelligence point of view, machine learning can take you to those hidden areas where improvement is needed. This results in less material waste, faster production, and more consistently meeting the product's critical quality attributes. Now, AI applications in prediction of toxicity. Deep learning has also been applied to prediction of toxicity. Results from the TOX21 module competition showed that good predictability on 12 different toxic endpoints. In this study, some emphasis was given to the selection of the molecular descriptor. What type of molecule can be toxic? Now you can get the idea using deep learning model much before starting the drug discovery processes. Absence or presence of known toxicophore was included as one descriptor set in addition to physicochemical descriptor and ECPF type of fingerprinting. What does that mean? For example, pharmacophore means the substructure or the motif or the part or the portion of the molecule in the drug which is responsible for showing pharmacological activity. In similar manner, toxicophore means the piece of the molecule which is making it toxic. So by converting those molecule structure or particular toxicophore into extended circular fingerprint, we can identify the type of molecule which are toxic. ECFP is a type of molecular representation. Earlier we have discussed that before using machine learning model for drug discovery or chemical study, we have to convert molecule into machine readable format like fingerprinting or graph network or SMILE for that matter. The researchers demonstrate that the deep neural network is capable of extracting molecular features which are supposedly associated with known toxicophoric elements, illustrating that such network appear to learn more abstract representation in the different hidden layer. We all know there are three types of layer in the neural network: input layer, hidden layers, and output. Input layer take the input with the feature. Hidden layer try to find the hidden or the complicated relationship in a in a non-linear fashion with the input, and then it gives the output. While it is promising that relevant structural elements can be derived from a deep neural network, but the fragments are certainly too generic to be applied to drug discovery without human expertise in the field of toxicology. So as I told you, AI will never replace humans, but it will reduce the number of humans for a particular task, and it will give ready to use actionable insight to make you more powerful in terms of output or productivity. Additionally, the composition of the training dataset has a strong influence on predictivity and applicability domain of the model, as well as the representation learned by the network, creating a higher barrier to such automated learning. The deep tox pipeline uses an ensemble of different models but is dominated by deep neural network. It outperformed or defeated other machine learning approaches in 9 out of 12 toxic endpoints. So deep tox is a AI platform which help you in identifying the toxic components which should not be used for for drug discovery projects. So this is the applications of AI in pharmaceutical analysis. You see, this is one research article I came across: AI based models for qualitative and quantitative prediction of a photochemical compound using Hplc method. So in this paper they have made a machine learning model which give them the AUC, area under the curve, and retention time of various chemicals after training the machine learning model for particular type of solvent system and Hplc system. Another paper is to use deep learning to evaluate peaks in chromatographic data. So you have prepared a machine learning model. After training it based on the earlier data of Hplc for a particular type of analyte, and then you can use it through deep learning to evaluate the peaks in chromatographic data. Means you will get ready to use data in terms of number of peak, AUC, and retention time also. So you can use machine learning or deep learning for any task provided you have sufficient and genuine data and you have trained machine learning model or deep learning model in an unbiased manner, so that you can use it for real time problem in the hand. AI in predicting epidemic. So you might have seen various research articles. People are using machine learning and deep learning to predict the future course of epidemic. What type of epidemic, what type of disorders can, what type of epidemic outbreak can occur in the future based on various data of last many years. So those data will be input and you will get the output. So AI and machine learning is being used to monitor and forecast epidemic outbreaks across the globe based on information accumulated from the web, social platform, satellites, and other popular sources. These technologies feed on the data gathered from disparate sources in the web, study the connection of various geological, environmental, and biological factors on the health of the population of different geographical location, and try to connect the dots between these factors and previous epidemic outbreak. Means they collect the data at what particular time, at what type of, what type of gender, what type of age group, temperature, area. Based on so and lot many input features, they train the machine learning model. Then based on the training, machine learning will tell you in advance that at so and so area, for example in Mumbai or in Washington or in New York, after 2 months there are chances for so and so epidemic outbreak based on earlier data. Machine learning models become especially useful for underdeveloped economies that lack the medical infrastructure. You imagine if you have less number of data, people are not able to have the money for their treatment. And if you the data in next 2 months, if you take so and so precaution, there will be less number of patients of corona or for example malaria. In that case, it will be a feature which will reduce the burden not only on the patients but also on the government. What you need? Highly pure genuine data and a machine learning model which has been trained in an unbiased manner. A good example of this AI application is the ML based malaria outbreak prediction model that function as a warning tool predicting any possible malaria outbreak and aid healthcare providers in taking the best course of action to combat malaria. Another example is the opioid epidemic is a direct example of AI technology being used today. Support vector machine, we all know it is a type of machine learning algorithm, and artificial neural network have been used, for example, to predict malaria outbreaks, taking into account data such as temperature, average monthly rainfall, total number of positive cases, and other data points. Means based on temperature, climatic condition, rainfall condition, and earlier data, a number of patients in terms of age group, their economic status, huge amount of input data is collected and used to train the machine learning model. Next time, the same machine learning model will tell you the cases which will come in future for malaria. Predicting outbreak severity is particularly pressing in third world countries, which often lack medical infrastructure, educational avenues, and access to treatment. For example, ProMed Mail is an internet-based reporting program for monitoring emerging diseases and providing outbreak reports in real time. So this was the paper I came across when I was searching the content for this, that is application of AI in predicting epidemic outbreak. Title is Malaria Outbreak Prediction Model Using Machine Learning. Very beautifully in this model they have explained how to use AI for predicting the future course of malaria in particular area. So with this we finish another video in this tutorial series for applications of AI in pharmaceutical sciences. Thank you very much.